What's poppin', world? Back at it again. Y'all tapped in with the Head of the Game podcast. Yeah, once again, we got a controversial discussion we got to talk about today. Y'all read the title? Let's get into it. Last few days, I've been looking at a lot of videos, and the kind of videos I've been looking at recently has been a lot of, uh, side hustles and side gigs, and, people just looking at affordability regarding, just the regular day-to-day life orientated kind of things. And, it's just a lot of transitions, a lot of reality checks, people getting out in the world, and just pretty much the overall landscape of adulting and stuff like that, right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. And, you know, social media, I feel like it's the only time in history where you feel like, where pretty much pushes the minority and makes it seem like the majority. It's really misleading, a lot of misconceptions. And, this video is just pretty much highlighting, debunking a specific misconception I would like to get into, which is everybody, society isn't built for everybody to be a boss. Let's just get that out the way. I know people want to talk about, entrepreneurship and, working for yourself and, trying to be a boss, and making a certain income so you can live a certain lifestyle, traveling and stuff like that. But let's keep it 100. Let's all together keep it 100. Okay. If you see like the healthcare industry, let's talk about women for a specific second, right? If you look at the healthcare industry and see like a lot of women go into like nursing and like the healthcare industry. Yes, it's good money in nursing, right? But another thing that's a misconception, like if you go into a hospital, it's it's community, like women are able to socialize. I feel like women are at their most happiest, healthiest perspective when they're able to socialize. Now, and I'm just generalizing women. There's antisocial and maybe not antisocial, but introverted women that really don't care less about the, that kind of interaction, right? But by and large, for the most part, women do definitely like to, congregate and, talk amongst themselves, just to get the day forward. They got to flex them social muscles, right? And I say that point to say is that if you take one of them women and you were to give them a 50% increase, but they have to transition into a totally different occupation, would the trade-off be worth the peace of mind they would be sacrificing, right? And I just say all that to say is like, certain jobs and certain industries don't just provide a paycheck, it provides a community, camaraderie. It's a microcosm of society. So if you're now taking women out of their natural, places of, where they can find an escape, like, yeah, it's work and it's due diligence, but, when it comes down to having a break and going into the break room and getting to know other people and stuff like that, like, by and large, women definitely love the interaction and, just the whole socializing aspect of that, right? It gets the day going for them, and I just feel like they're most healthiest. And I just use that as an example to pretty much put a bigger picture abroad, which is, community. You feel me? Community. Now, I'm just saying this from the aspect of just looking at everything in general. Like me specifically, no, that wouldn't fit for a guy like me just because my character traits and my nature and my personality, right? Because very independent, very self-efficient, very self-driven. I have a lot of I'm a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. I like to put myself to the test, and that's just across the board. And I just feel like there's always room for improvement. I'm never really satisfied. I could be content in certain aspects of life, but when it comes down to my personal development. And not to say that if you are working a 9 to 5 that you don't have the capacity to work on personal development. I'm just saying that where I'm at with personal development, I have to put myself through certain situations for me to be able to incline and pick up certain skills and sharpen my skills so I can be the best prepared version of myself to take on the task that I would like to take on, right? So, for instance, as y'all see in my other videos, I work for FedEx Ground. Very, you're in the community, you're delivering to houses. It's kind of like Amazon Prime, if y'all work for Amazon Prime and stuff like that. I was doing that before. You see the very couple of people here and there where you deliver to the door. Somebody so happen to be at the door, you give them their package. But for the most part, it's a very, very independent job description where everything is based on you. Performance, there's no teamwork. At a certain extent, there is a indirect way of teamwork because, if you're falling behind, you're having one of them days where you're not feeling good, yeah, somebody will come help you out. But for the most part, it's on you. It's no camaraderie. It's no collaboration. It's not a collaborated, orientated industry. You feel me? And that's why I'm juxtaposing my next venture into truck driving, being over the road, learning the business, so on and so forth, and I just say all that to say is people need to stop shitting on 9 to 5s, because they have their place. There's leaders and there's followers. Followers can't be leaders, or the followers wouldn't be followers without the leaders, and the leaders, you need both of them, Now, depending on what side of the coin you are, you can determine who's more important than who. But the one thing you can not say is you can have one without the other. So I'm gonna just wrap it up there. If y'all got any thoughts, concerns, opinions, go ahead, leave it down below. More videos on the way. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm gone.